With all the golf balls on the market, would either of these help the everyday golfer? So we have an everyday golfer here with us today, and we're going to start with the ERC golf ball. You'll see on screen coming in around about £40. We can see that it is the ERC Soft. We've got these new lines on for alignment. So Dave's going to start with the ERC Soft, so the fade golf ball. We're then going to play the second hole with the triple track 360 Chrome Soft. Both golf balls high end on Callaway's range, so both premium balls, £40 and £50. That's a great shot there from Dave.
Decent.
Straight up the middle. Ball does claim to be our longest ball with soft feel and greenside control, so let's see. So a nice drive up here, great angle in.
Nice.
Well, fantastic drive, Dave. So again, golf ball felt just like you'd expect from a premium ball.
Yeah, it felt lovely.
Did you use the alignment on it to line your tee shot up? That's the interesting thing. Oh, I've kicked the camera.
What I tried to do was I put it 90 degrees to the line, so I'm trying to square my face up with it.
Right, interesting. So we'll talk about that shortly, because there's a couple of different lines here on this ERC Soft. So we can use it in different ways, but interestingly there, Dave's trying to get his face squared up, not always trying to get the aim, because some people don't always aim it correctly. How far have we got, Dave?
122.
122, so 9 iron?
9 iron it is.
9 iron, and greens are looking fantastic out here at Waterfront. So some good work from the green staff as always. Probably not Richard Jones, probably Charlie Brad and
No,
Ollie.
well, Richard, I saw him this morning, mate, in fairness.
He's come out of the shed?
Yeah.
Unheard of.
Credit where credit's due,
Coffee
you know.
machine's not on yet, so he's normally not out. Right. So we've had some seriously warm weather. Course firming up. That's a great towering shot there from Dave, as we expect from Mr. Como's. On the green, some would say it may be pin high. How does it feel, Dave?
Felt quite soft, and that's gone remarkably high. Either I'm suddenly hitting it very well, or that somehow gets more spin.
Yeah, ERC Soft, but again, what I found with this, you'll have seen on the channel earlier in the week, is I certainly found that it popped a little bit more than the ball we're going to be using on the next hole. Right, so pitch there as Dave repairs that, so stopped very quickly, so in a couple of yards, probably more landing angle, but
Oh, come on, Chris.
just short of pin high. We can see we've got the different lines on, so the black line there is actually to try and square up that leading face like Dave mentioned. He set it up this way to square his face up.
I didn't think of that, Chris.
Well, so on the putter, he can just use that line there to get it squared up. So different ways of doing it, because people don't always line the ball up correctly, even when they've got it this way, because they can't match the putter to the colour that they've drawn on the ball. So we're out nice and early, so there's not much dew on the grass due to this fine weather we've got in England at the moment. So we're out here this morning, as you will see on the channel in the coming weeks. Dave has bought a new club. It's unheard of and unseen, but well,
Not new.
He did, well, no, correct, not new.
New to me.
He did buy some new irons, as we know, with the Tacomos and new wedges, but he has bought a second-hand club, which he thought he needed. That's what we need to see. That's a great putt and a great roll. We can see that's finished. Again, end over end. So Dave can come in and finish this off for a regulation par and move on to the next. So we go on to the second. We're going to use the Chrome, oh, we can't see it over that bush. We're going to use the Chrome Soft 360 triple track. Okay, so second hole here at Waterfront, par 5. Dave's going to aim up the right. The same as he's mentioned on the first. So what we said on the first is obviously he's using it, excuse the shadows, that way to get his face lined up with it. So to square the leading edge to make sure it is square to his target. So again, this golf ball, as we know, is a tour golf ball as such. So what we're expecting, tour performance with soft feel, and that's exactly what we would come to expect. Again, the 360 triple track now instead of it just being half of the ball. So let's see, does this launch a little bit lower? Again, a urethane cover, but for the price, is that the difference? Does this launch a little bit lower than the ERC? Would the ERC be better for Dave? Well, it's certainly a low one.
Certainly it goes lower, or it did, but that's more me than ball, I think, Chris.
I certainly think that, Dave, but let's go and test it now with a hybrid and then an iron into the green. So, just at the right-hand side in the rough. Again, pretty low. That's the reason why it's obviously stopped a little bit quicker than the ERC. I wouldn't say that it is obviously a shorter golf ball. It all depends on how Dave returns the golf club. But here, nice lie.
Yeah.
So we're going to go hybrid. We're going to go Dave's 4 hybrid, get it down to play, and then see how this reacts into the green. We've seen how the ERC launches, and we saw that it was more landing angle maybe than spin, and that's something certainly that we've been looking for Dave. So it did launch that little bit higher. Well, that's launched exceptionally well there out of the rough there with the hybrid. And I think that will be pretty much an identical distance to what Dave had into the first. It's just stopped short of the bunker. So let's see how potentially 9-iron flies with this. So how far we got, Dave?
117.
117, so a little bit closer, but we saw on the first it was actually just short of the flag, so same 9-iron. Pin is at the back. Again, we've got to go over these 2 traps here, but it's all about, yes, we're slightly in the rough, but it's not a bad lie at all. It's actually quite a good lie, so let's see how this launches. It'll be very interesting. How does it compare? So again, straight away, you'll see on the tracer that has got there, that's probably is about pin high. The rough snagged it a little bit, but launched a little bit lower there, Dave. How was the strike?
The strike felt all right. I don't think I hit it quite as well as I did the other one.
No, so not quite. So certainly came out a little bit lower, though. Dave looks like he's lost a head cover.
It'll be there somewhere.
It's not a good sign. So let's get up.
Found it. I fell on floor.
Great news, Dave. Right, let's get up to the green. So again, Dave's just repaired that pitch mark, so we'll tap that down. But you'll see that even there out of the rough has stopped within 2 or 3 yards. So exactly what we would expect from that, even from the rough.
So is that more spin, do you think, Chris? Have I actually got some spin?
We don't want to give you that good news. Your head will get too big, Dave. But yes, we've got some spin off that golf ball. It has stopped. It has also used a little bit of landing angle, but mainly spin from that golf ball. So that's the difference. But is that a good thing for mid-handicap golfer? Can you control that?
If I could get used to it, it'd be all right. But, you know, it's going to be a whole new world.
So a great
good
roll.
Just hit it slightly behind the ball.
Just drop kicked it, Dave. So,
but it rolled end over end. You could see it, you know, with the lines all the way around.
Nice and good for feedback with the lines all the way around now. Obviously a little bit more easier to sit than previously. And that's why, again, the ERC is pretty much 360 because the 2 fades on either side. Would you like to see them both red or both blue?
Yellow, white and blue would be handy.
I don't think they're going to do that, Dave.
No.
You'll have to ring them up, say, do you know Leeds United, the championship team?
Yeah, but we're owned by 49ers now, mate.
Oh, well, true. So, good putt. Nice and easy there again to hole out using those lines. Let's move on to the third. Let's hit a couple of shots off the tee with both golf balls and show you which one is going to be more beneficial if you need a higher launch. So guys, 2 good golf balls there from Callaway that we have used on the first couple of holes, but now we're going to put them to the test and see which one does fly better. I'm expecting the ERC to fly higher, and if it is, we're going to get it on the channel next week, competing with a 2-piece golf ball and compare it for numbers. We're also going to get it on the channel potentially with another premium golf ball that is cheaper. So something like a Kirkland, something like a Seed golf ball, which are fantastic urethane cover golf balls, but how do they compete numbers wise? So which balls up first, Dave?
360.
360 triple track is up first. A tough driving hole, as you can see, very narrow here at Waterfront, but Dave's going to play it straight through the yellow tee markers. And that is a great drive, so you can see a very penetrating flight. Dave is absolutely chuffed to bits with that, as after I've just said it's a very narrow hole.
Well, yeah, when he said it, I'm thinking to myself, thanks for that.
but now in with the longest soft feeling golf ball on Callaway's range. So let's see how the ERC compares with distance, because if Dave hits one just as good as that, that'd be very interesting to see.
Not quite as good, but
A little bit toey.
decent all the same.
But both, well, that is down the middle stripe, and the other one is just down the right hand side. So let's get down there and see. A miss hit, has it gone as far with the ERC as a flushed Chrome Soft? So down here we can see that ERC is close to the middle, but it is a good 10-15 yards behind Dave. But like you mentioned there on the tee, wasn't a great strike at all.
But you know, you can't really compare when it's a good strike against a bad one.
No, but you
got
can...
top spin, didn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, it was obviously a toey one. It got a little bit of top spin off that, so it hasn't done bad at all. But if that's a bad shot and it's still only 15 yards behind, we would certainly take it with a bad strike. So, what have we got, Dave?
97.
97 in. So we'll have the nearest the pin here, Dave. So nearest the pin, pitching wedge?
Pitching wedge, because you'd always say to me that middle at green, with it being at the front, so...
Yeah, middle of the green, play for that. That's the safe shot. Again, if we hit the green, we're more likely to keep our scores down, as opposed to leaving it short and being undecided on what club to take.
Pulled it a little bit, Chris, but
So a little
still
bit of a
decent.
pull.
It's on.
But pin high,
Yeah.
just outside 30 feet, I would say. Right, let's head forward. Let's see if we can get it closer. Probably from around about 85 yards, I would say. Here.
Yeah. One of those nasty little shots that isn't full.
Yeah, so it's an in-between shot. So what club are you going here, Dave?
Still going pitching wedge, Chris, but I'm going to sort of go to about 10 o'clock, I hope.
Right, so take a bit off here. Let's see, nearest the pin. Two fantastic golf balls here from Callaway on the range. So like we say, the ERC, although Dave has pulled it there, we are going to be testing that because that is the closest ball for him. Chrome Soft, he's gone for the low spinner. Is not necessarily the golf ball for him, and on that shot, he just wanted to prove there that the ERC could go closer. So
I'm willing to test more of them if Callaway want to send me a few, because if I do that, I could lose them.
yeah, it was a good effort to try and lose one. But guys, we'll see you next week. We'll be testing out the ERC against other golf balls, but also watch out, we will be testing that club right there.
See you soon.